You ever just stop and get that feeling, that little bit of emptiness? And you start wondering, what is all this for? Why are we even here? And what happens when it's all over? Well, today we're diving into a book that isn't afraid to tackle those massive questions. It's called The Spiritual Laws, and it offers a perspective that, honestly, might just change the way you look at, well, everything.
You know, that search for meaning, it's something we all do. And the author of this book, Vicent Guillem, he started his journey not as some guru or believer, but as a total skeptic. He was just deeply, deeply unsatisfied with the answers he was getting from the world.
And this is the question, isn't it? This is the one that really gets under your skin. It haunted him, and let's be real, it haunts a lot of us. We don't just want a nice, simple answer to make us feel better. We want a true answer. But where on earth do you even start looking for that kind of truth? So the author found himself stuck between the two usual suspects. On one side, you have religion, which often says, it's God's will, we're not meant to understand. And on the other side, science, saying, it's just coincidence, a roll of the dice. For him, neither of those really explained the incredible complexity of life or suffering or destiny. It just didn't feel complete.
And here's the crucial part. He wasn't some anti-science guy. He is a scientist, a doctor in chemistry. But he just refused to accept that if he couldn't measure something with a machine, it was off limits. So he decided to use a different tool for his exploration, his own perception, his own feelings. So after years and years of searching with this open mind, something happened, a major turning point, an experience that was totally out of the blue and would literally change the entire course of his life.
He describes what's called an astral journey. All of a sudden, he finds himself out of his body, transported to this other place, a world of just breathtaking beauty. And the feeling there, it was this absolute, profound peace, a kind of tranquility he had never ever felt in our physical world.
As he's trying to take all this in, he realizes he's not alone. A voice speaks to him, and it's not surprised or anything. It's calm, like his arrival was expected, like he was right on time for an appointment he didn't even know he had.
The voice belonged to a spiritual guide named Isaiah. Now, he looked like an old man, sure, but it was his eyes. His gaze was so penetrating, but also sweet and clean. Just looking at him instantly filled the author with this overwhelming feeling of love and peace. This was it, his first real contact.
Okay, so what does a guide from another dimension have to say? Well, Isaiah started to explain the single most fundamental rule that governs everything in the universe, the very first spiritual law. And the core idea is this: we are all on a path of spiritual evolution. Now, this has nothing to do with biology or apes or anything like that. This is about the constant, never-ending growth of our spirit. And the goal? It's both incredibly simple and unbelievably profound: to expand our ability to love, to feel, and to find real happiness.
So how does this evolution actually work?
The answer is reincarnation. But let's break it down. 1. Your spirit, the real you, is immortal. It never dies. 2. Your body is just a temporary vehicle, like a car you drive for a while. 3. We keep coming back, reincarnating, to learn specific lessons. And 4. Every single one of those lessons is designed to help us get better at loving.
The book gives this perfect analogy to make it all click. Just think of planet Earth as a school. And all of us, we're the students. We're here to learn our lessons. And once we've learned everything this particular school has to teach us, we graduate and move on to the next level, a higher plane of existence.
And that brings us to a really important distinction, right? The spirit is the real you, the immortal learner. The body, that's just a temporary vehicle you're using for this grade. One is forever, the other is just for this lifetime.
All right, so if we're all students in this cosmic school, living life after life to evolve, what's the end game? What is the ultimate point of this entire education?
This is the exact question the author finally puts to Isaiah. If we're all in this together, on this same journey, where are we all headed? What's the final destination for everyone? And the answer is just beautifully simple. Our shared destiny is real happiness, not the fleeting kind. Not just having a good day, but a deep, lasting joy that you can only find by getting better and better at loving.
And this brings us right back to where we started, that feeling of emptiness inside. According to Isaiah, there's only one thing in the entire universe that can actually fill that void: And that one thing is love.
So, what does all of this mean for you and me, right here, right now, in our daily lives? Well, if you really take this in, it completely changes your role in the universe. It reframes everything.
And here's the ultimate takeaway, the mic drop moment. We are not victims. We aren't just puppets of fate or circumstance. No, according to these spiritual laws, we are the active creators of our own destiny. We are responsible. Every choice we make, every action, our whole journey to live with more love, that is what shapes our path. We are in the driver's seat.
So, we'll leave you with the big question this whole idea points to. In a universe full of complex physical laws, gravity, thermodynamics, you name it, what if the most fundamental one of all, the one that really defines why we're here and what our purpose is simply the law of love?